Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? This was supposed to be straight. I had it straight, and then I knocked over the camera. You know when you knock over the camera? Things don't go always according to plan. I don't know why this is not going straight now. Put this on a straight angle, and it's not going straight. Oh, I didn't want to go. Oops. That's my house. Nothing ever goes right, because it's Grace would say, because thing of it's not supposed to go like that. I don't know why it went like that, but it did. Today we will be coloring in Cutesy Christmas Special from Color in Heaven. So as some of you can tell, I have my markers, another brand new set of markers here, but I've been actually using them in the other books. So at some point they will be moved down here at some point. I just don't know when. So today we're going to be coloring this picture, which is from Mariola Boudet. Hello to the two people in the stream. Don't worry, I have a lot of page down beneath it. We're going to be using markers today. So we already know this is going to be brown. I already know that the house is going to be brown. So this is raw umber. Anybody have any idea? We're going to be using markers today. No, it's not Crayola markers today. So relax. So I'm going to use my other markers because I think this is such a cute picture. Hi, Kim T. This is from the Color in Heaven Cutesy Christmas Special today. I am in the mood to color some Christmas stuff. So as some of you know, I posted on my Instagram. And then later on, I posted a bunch of pictures I had done over the last few days on my Facebook group. So I hope everybody is well. This is the first picture in the Cutesy Christmas Special, and this image is from Mariola Boudet. Now, some of you know her as the one that does all those beautiful, really nice faces and hair and stuff like that. But she also does some children's stuff too. A lot of people forget that she does do that. So. I know, right? These are very good markers, but they don't last very long. Let's see what this is. This is brown gray. You know, the only thing I don't like about markers is sometimes that the small tip will dry up first and then the other tip will not. And I do notice this has animals in it. Well, I know I said I would do Fairy Touch of Magic, but I was going through this book and I saw the image and I just had to have, you know, when you see an image that you know you have to color on camera in front of all of you, I was like, yes, I have to do this picture. This picture just speaks. Oh, you know, and you know, I feel what's going to happen after Thanksgiving, you know, Kim, with this virus and people going to see their families now. I understand wanting to be with your families. I understand, but we can't right now because of this pandemic, and people don't really, some people still don't get how serious this disease is, saying they're still going to do it. Like my aunt, who has pre-existing breathing who has pre-existing condition, she hasn't seen her grandchildren since early March. That's because she has pre-existing health conditions that don't allow her to do it. So what is she supposed to do? You know, she can't be doing things like that. You know. But this is brown gray. You know, we all have to make sacrifices, and I'm gonna use the other one of the colors from here. Last night I started using this set because it had stuff in it that I liked. I'm thinking we'll make the girl's hair blonde. What color should we make her hair? Blonde? Because if we make it blonde, we can do a lot with it. Even if we make it brunette, we can do a lot with it. Like now from the other side, I don't have many colors left, so it's like I may have to replace this set. Oh, that's fresh green. That's not a yellow. 34. Sorry, I'm looking for the right color. I'm thinking of making her potato brown. Yes, 103 potato brown. A little redhead? You want her to be a redhead? Then we will make her a redhead. Geranium. But then what color can I make her bows? If I make her a redhead, what color do the bows become then? So I have to do her. Fine, we'll do her a redhead. Because everybody's been doing this girl blonde. That I've seen this photo on. Then we can make the coat green or blue. And this is geranium, number 15. And I was told in the cheaper sets, with the exception of the Copics, the reason why they number some of the markers the way they do is so that they will correspond. I'm thinking blue, because maybe green. I could see green. I could see that, actually. Hello, Courtney. How are you? How was your stream? I had seen that you were streaming earlier, but I was in the middle of lunch. I think a green coat would be nice. I was thinking blue, but now that you said green, I think that would be nice for her. This is from the newer set. These are from the older set, which are down here. They're almost the same colors, but they're not exactly. They changed some of the colors around. I noticed when I was trying to get the same color from the same thing, and I got totally different colors. So it's a good thing I had put them on a swatch sheet. Now I'm thinking fluorescent pink for the bows. 126. And if we have enough time, we'll do another picture in here. You know what's nice about this is that I can use it for Color Your Horde because it's the first picture in the book that I'm doing for this. But remember, we have all these little animals to do, and you guys know that I don't really color animals. Gold coat, no. Gold coat's not going to work. Dark green coat. That could work. I'm thinking it should be darker. Dark green coat. Turquoise green. We're going to put white little dots in it. I think I'm going to put white little dots in it. Green coat's a nice idea. And well, you know, Miss Kim, I am using the Touch and Cool markers, and then I bought the same set again when they were on Amazon for a good deal. But then they became Touch Mica, so I'm like, what is it? I think they're the same brand because they were so fun by the same seller. So when I got the second set, this is a white gel pen that came with the thing. So I'm gonna put little white dots on this. That way you get little white dots. They're nice markers, but they dry out really, really quickly because I use, if you're like me and you use markers excessively, then you guys know what I'm talking about. Those of us who use markers excessively know what. Know exactly what I'm talking about. Arteza, here's the problem with Arteza Everblend. They leave yellow marks on all the pages after you're done with them. I then decided to then not use them unless I was using them as separate sheets for individual things that I got as PDFs. Then it was okay, but even still, I would never ever buy them. I would never ever buy Arteza. And this is not to say that they're bad, but I would not buy Arteza products again. I gave away my colored pencils, my extra colored pencils to Michelle. I don't really have enough colored pencils as it is. I got rid of my Arteza Everblends because I had used them all up, apparently. Then, something about what color we could use for the birds. The other thing that I don't like about them is that then they made more markers and a higher price point. To me, if you're going to be budget friendly, that's not price friendly point. And you want them to be blue? Light and dark. And then the Gouch, and then they have lots and lots of products. But I'm like, you know what? I really don't like their products as much as I used to in the beginning. I still have their water brush pens, which are fine. But at some point, I'm going to go through that too. You know, you have to justify, are they worth it for me to keep around? Like, I like to color it. Watercolors, I just wish they had more of them when they came out instead of 24. Maybe they will one day, but at least with Color It, I feel like I get a good price on their stuff, and at least they're decent quality. Whereas these, I feel like, oh yeah, they pretend to be decent quality, but really, the damage that they do, some of the stuff, not on all of your books, but on some of your books. You're leaving yellow pages on my Jennifer Stay books even, and that paper was mixed media. So that was more expensive paper, and it shouldn't have left a mark on more expensive paper. Pencils do last longer, but markers are so much brighter. Now I'm going to make this, guys, a different shade of green. The yellow green. I didn't bother fixing the pages. I just was like, at this point, none of the books have that, except I think maybe one or two of my books have that. But that was because in the beginning I was using the blend markers. But you know, for me, my favorite markers, hand down, are Copics, guys. You know that. Hi, Barb. How are you? But I do like budget-friendly markers too. Like my favorite markers are Copics because you can do so much with them. That's not to say that they're not a good product, because they really are. But I do like these because these have a really nice load in them. Pale baby blue. Pale pink. I love Copics, don't get me wrong, but there are plenty of other markers that are not going to break your back. Someone asked me what I meant by that. And I meant by that there's nothing wrong with having Copics. There's nothing wrong with having budget-friendly markers. But someone goes to me, what is an affordable alternative to Copics if you can't afford the Copics? And my answer is, start off with the Cali Arts, and then, you know, there's a whole lot of now budget-friendly markers. It's hard to say what works for everybody because everybody's going to have a different opinion. Oh, that's a Copic. This is a Copic. This isn't. That wasn't meant to be in there. Chocolate. Sorry, I saw that nose and I just had to do that. I do like them, but that's not to say that other markers aren't worthy of doing other things too. Deep olive green. So you get that. Excuse me while I take a little sip of my coffee. Now, if you're going to buy a set of markers, this is also a good set to buy, the 168 markers. If you can find them, and one thing I recommend, if you're going to get a big set of markers like 168, make sure you have skin tones in them. That's kind of essential to this thing. How to pay. Sorry, guys, I'm looking for the color I like. Raw Silk 134. The only reason why I would recommend that people get sets with skin tones in it, because a lot of times people complain when they get markers that, oh, this set doesn't have enough skin tones. Well, here's the fix. Sometimes certain companies will just sell the skin tone sets. That's good and dandy, but the reason why I recommend the 168 sets and the Cali Arts and the Hoo-Hoos before you get into Copics if you're just starting out in markers, because those sets give you a nice selection of colors. They give you a nice selection. See, and that was Raw Silk. That will give you a nice idea of what you want to have. You know, and we'll give you like crazy stuff. Turquoise Green Light number 57. You know, to me, everything is pretty once you. Should I make the fur white or should I make it a different color? Guys, should I make the fur white or should I make it a different color? Okay. Then do that with the pencil. We'll use that, the white pencil. Thank you. This is from Mariola Budek. She does all that nice little art that you guys see. That's not the white. This is the white. Thank you. This is Castle Art White. This is number 72. If we have enough time today, we'll do another one today. I know a lot of you are like, oh, you just like doing different things. There's a nice little teddy bear behind this. There's a really cute little teddy bear behind this one, which I like too. You guys can tell I like to color light with pencil more so than I like to color. Someone told me if I start coloring in circles with my markers that I would get less streaks, but some people do that and they still get streaks and some people don't do that. The idea with markers I have found, and this is just me, is that the faster I go with markers, the less streaks I get. I know Mariola Budek has some of the really cute stuff, and she has some really pretty stuff too. So it's not just all, um, it's not all just crazy stuff. No, that's fluorescent. Oh, I need another green. What is this? Now green. This is a Copic. Why is it that everybody screams when I'm coloring? When I'm on live, the bars are crazy. But it's been getting so much later lately, or darker earlier. My mother went out today, so hopefully, my mother goes out and buys the olive oil that she needs. Well, we did a big order for Thanksgiving. I enjoy cooking with my mother. Yesterday we made biscuits with our soup for lunch, so that was nice. They were really easy to make. You notice how she always signs her work? So let's do the bluebirds. Frost Blue 182. These are really pretty. I love the simplicity of it, and I also like that this is a really supposed to be a cute book. I really love Jamie's channel. I'm starting to, watch more videos again. I do have a Santa Diamond painting that I had kitted up, but I'm like finding that it doesn't fit it. For whatever reason, this is 30 by 40, but for whatever reason, it doesn't fit on this desk. Beginning to think that there's something wrong. But Mariola Budek has some of the prettiest women I've ever seen as far as art. You guys have seen me color a lot of her imagery. She has a new book called Hair Inspirations, but the thing is, it's a lot of money. I want it, but only thing is that the book is super expensive to ship. It's like double the price. Oh, this is Frost Blue. This is like the according to Anne, every marker set should have Frost Blue. It really should, because not all sets have Frost Blue. They have a variation of it, or darker or lighter colors, but I remember Anne showed what color should we make the dog? I know I love bluebirds. Green, vivid green. You ever notice during Christmas time we get a lot of blue, greens, and reds? Then in autumn we get a lot of oranges and yellows, reds. Red is a color that seems to make me happy for whatever reason. thinking orange. Umber. Who here saw Mandalorian the other day? I just thought that was so funny when the baby Yoda took the cookies from the other kid. Told the kid no. This is vivid reddish purple. I think those bluebirds came out really nice. I like those bluebirds. You know, I do a form of coloring called straight coloring, but you know, I like straight coloring because it's simple, it's easy. Not that it's always fast. Hi, Shalene. How are you? We're coloring today from Cutesy Coloring Heaven Special. What color should we color the dog? We're good. We're probably going to color another picture from this book. We're probably going to color the next one. This is the one from Mariola Budecki. I mean, Mariola Budek. Why did I say that? No, that's not the right color. No, that's not the right color for him. It'd have to be like a yellowish color. He needs a yellow color. Yeah, maybe. Deep yellow? Yeah, that works. I really do enjoy this. You know, I saw the pictures in this, and I'm absolutely in love with the pictures in this. I wanted this for so long. I'm like, why is everybody else getting this before me? Sometimes, you know, when you're waiting for the Color and Heaven magazines, you're like, why is everybody getting them before me? You know, like I look forward to their Christmas issue every year. I look forward to the Halloween issue. And sometimes if they have a certain artist that I'm looking forward to, I remember when the Momo Girl one came out, everybody was like, and their mother was like, oh, we must have it. I was like, I have the two books, so I was like, I gave my copies away because I didn't feel like it was fair because I had the other two books already. And basically when I looked in the book, it was all the stuff that I had in the original two books. So I was like, you know what, let me give it to someone else who doesn't have that book. Because those Korean books are really, really expensive. So I was like, I'd rather give them to somebody who will use them and value them. I'm not crazy about next month's issue. I know who it is. I'm like, the artwork is okay. It's not like I'm not like going crazy, but I'm gonna give the person a chance and see. Like I've only seen like 2 or 3 images of theirs. And I'm like, I've never even heard of them, so maybe I'll end up liking the issue. Like my mother really likes the Fantasy Cats one, so I'm keeping it for her. I made him look like the Scooby-Doo dog. Oh, who likes that? This is cute. I like that. That's cute. Oh, Shalene, did I show you that I got something else actually? But I showed it on another stream. But we got what we call gel pens. Did I show Shalene the gel pens? Everybody, Shalene, I don't think saw these when these came in. Yeah, I have gel pens. Isn't that cute? Let's look. Let's do another one. Let's do another picture because then I can I can claim this for Color Your Hoard. This picture can be claimed for Color Your Hoard. Isn't that cute? And this is from Mariola Budek. Yeah, this one is called Christmas Gift. Sorry, I'm not doing Christmas mice. I know what we can do too. Come on, guys, I have another book. I could have sworn I had last year's Christmas coloring book. Oh, Miss Shalene remembers this one. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Oh, gee, look who did her first color by number. Yeah, I did this one day. I got kind of like, unless you guys want to see a color by number one. People need to do one. Unless you want Christmas mandalas. Trying to figure out do one that I haven't done. We've not done a picture by in a while. Son-in-law Sophia, always doing her grayscales. That looks too busy. You know, this is the thing I don't like about this is they gave Michael Ginley only like 2 or 3 pictures in it, and I think really that's a shame. Unless you want me to start on Santa, the diamond painting kit. CBNs are not relaxing to me. I actually find them a little stressful. But we did this one last year. Let's do a Christmas mandala. Let's do a Christmas mandala. They're small, they're little. They won't take a whole lot of time. I like Christmas. Let's do one like that. Deep red. Would you guys like to see the diamond painting that I kitted up? See, here's my problem with color by numbers. Who wants to see Santa? Who wants to see Santa? This is Santa. Santa. We could always diamond paint if you guys want to. We could diamond paint too. I think some of you are thinking diamond painting. And I have it all kitted up. Everything is kitted up. It wouldn't take me long at all to set up diamond painting. I have the code too. And I made sure I had all the colors and everything I needed. I want to diamond paint. We could always diamond paint too. What is this? Is this a square or is this a round? This is a square. If this is square. For the time being, I didn't know I was gonna like when I did this, I didn't know that I was gonna like doing rounds. Then I did a few rounds and I ended up really, really liking rounds. I have lots of, oh, thank God that I have lots of fans. Oh yeah, this will become the diamond painting video. Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll move you down here. You get moved down here. You can put back here. Where is my boat? Oh, okay. Hold on, let me get my boat. We forgot the boat. I'm sure I have a white boat somewhere. I'm sure I have. Someone asks, what the hell is that? I have something for it, but I can't. Someone goes, what is that? This comes from Pam's Pickers, I believe, which I bought off of eBay. So this is Santa. We had diamond painting, I guess, today. Okay. We have our little drill thingy. Wax. Our legend. Wasn't planning on DPing, but hey, what is this? This is number 7. And what is 7? 535. And if you guys aren't aware, these are cover minders. These I got from Black Wolf WordWorks. So those are from Black Wolf WordWorks. I wasn't planning on making this a DP session. This is nice and sticky. It comes from Heartful of Diamonds is the name of the company. This is Santa. And I'm just simply putting down the placer. And I keep the adhesive pretty much on these. So we'll do the square. So number 7. And if you guys are wondering, this comes from Pam's Pickins on eBay. And I labeled them by number so I would find them easier. Not enough wax, I guess. I didn't put enough wax in it. This thing does not always... of course. I'm a person who has to have. Mind you, this is my first square one. 7. See, and then this 7's here. I got this because it was so cute looking and it was so reasonably priced. That's the other thing too I do. You know, sometimes I look at prices when I'm buying paintings. Well, how much is it going to be for this size? You know, guys, they make but sometimes, you know, when you go up in the size, it's more money. Okay. Where's that little thing? Of course. And this is the Enabler's Outpost. No, my first DP, believe it or not, was a partial round. And that was the unicorn. Those were rounds, actually. My first one was not square. My first full big one was square. Remember, it was the unicorn that was the... I didn't realize at the time that that was a partial I had bought. So someone had corrected me. This is Santa. You know, having good pens when you diamond paint is essential. And you know, the thing I like about, you know, the thing about diamond paints and pens is they're all different. They're all unique. They're all... But I'm realizing I'm going to need a bigger light pad because some of my canvases are like big. No, it goes over there, sweetie. Put it over there. I'll help you when I'm done. Sorry, that was my nephew. I was putting something where he shouldn't have put it. So. I did finish the dragons, but I have to film a post review. So it was a 7-part series. I did finish it. I did put that's 7 or is that Y? We don't have Y. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, guys. This thing is humongous. Now, she makes these pans. I forget what her name is, but the store that you buy these in, this is from Pam's Pickins on eBay. But she has since improved the design. This was the first design, but she has improved the design of this tremendously. My mother thought this was lemon, and when I looked on the back, I found out it was fresh bamboo. See, this is wheat wax. As you can tell, I've used quite a lot of it already. Not on this painting, but on several other paintings that I was using it for. And I wanted to start Santa. Who else here struggles with this picking up diamonds sometimes? I don't like the ones that come in the kit. The pens that come in the kit. Although I do take the ends. Well, it depends when people don't give me tips. So I take the tips out of the pens. Who does that when they get pens from people and they take the tips out if they're buying the pens? Yeah, some sellers don't sell you the tips. Most will, but some don't. Seven. This is why I don't like using a big book. What happened there? Okay, I'm going to put the 7s. No, my first, okay, and see here, what she did here with this, you take this thing out, right? It's because I don't have nails right now that I can't pick it up. And if you can't get it out like that, just use your finger like this. Yeah, I can get this in. Mm-hmm. This is not my favorite boat to use. I had a boat and now I can't find the boat. I like the little white boats, but fortunately I can't find my little white boats. Because I asked for a white boat, my nephew just handed me a white boat. Thank you, nephew. Trevor said nephew just went downstairs. So Q. What is Q? 3371. Thought I'd show you guys that. That's when you have a lot of them. 3371, which is 18. And 18 has a lot of color. There's a lot of this color in this painting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First 6 of these containers filled with 18. You know, guys, I wasn't prepared to do a diamond painting on camera today, but that's okay. I'm sure it's going to be something different. I love Santa. I love, Christmas. I love the music. Although I'm not too festive on the, you know, here by where I live, for a long time it was like a ghost town. And then all of a sudden, now that the bars have opened up again, it's like, bam! I'm looking at this like, did I do this right? Yeah, I did do this right. Then when I was kitting it up, there was another sheet of paper. You guys don't need to see that, but they told me how much was. It's like, I wish they would close my bars because then I would have peace. Sometimes at nighttime, before the pandemic, people would be screaming, yelling. And, it was like weird because this was like a ghost town in the beginning of the pandemic. Everybody was like screaming and yelling. I don't think this is 30 by 40, even though they say it's 30 by 40. I think it's like a 40 by 40 because it's long. Normally my 30 by 40s fit this desk. You guys know what I mean. I don't think they measured this right. This is Diamond Pen Pal. Just took a few pens out. I didn't take a lot. Someone goes and asks me, how did I find my pens? Through other people. Primarily Rachel Ray and Mrs. Coffee. Once you start joining the Facebook groups for diamond pens, you find other places. Same thing to the cues. Just a D. Because there's going to be a lot of cues in here. Well, someone asked me, well, why don't you use a multi-placer? Well, I don't like to use a multi-placer. Well, not everybody likes to use a multi-placer. So what are you diamond painting? Because I'm still diamond painting the Pegasus from Treasure Art Studios, but there's some areas that are so dark that I have to use a light pad when I'm doing it because it's like, oh my God, how do you do this? Here, this is. Then you did that. And you have tweezers. See, these are tweezers I got, but I don't remember where I got them from. Probably got them from one of the smaller kits. I like the Diamond Art tweezers the best. only followed by the Treasure Studio Arts. I'm still expecting two Treasure Studio Arts pen, two Treasure Studio Art DPs, a pen from Brewers, and I think a pen from Pashi. Those are the only things left that I am expecting. I mean, I pre-ordered Kirby's new book. I pre-ordered I reordered the Mardell Rubio book. So that should be coming sometime in December. I've pre-ordered the new Johanna Basford one coming. Yes, Johanna Basford has a new one coming out. If anybody is interested. Oh, look, Shalene. Oh, I was able to get that. Sometimes you get drills stuck together. I hate when the drills get stuck together. I do not have a diamond grinder. I've never heard of them. Like I've heard of Sana Direct. I've heard of Ever Moment. I've heard of GBFKE. I've heard of Every Day, Home Deals, Heartful Diamonds, Pretty Neat Creative. Heartful of Diamonds, Treasure Art Studios, Diamond Art Club. So number 3 is 300. So number 3. Mm-hmm. That's R. I love watching. Oh, hi, Miss Robin. We were coloring, but now we're diamond painting Santa. This is from Heartful's Diamonds. They say it's a 30 by 40, but I think it's slightly bigger than a 30 by 40. Because you know my 30s by 40s always fit in there. This is from Heartful of Diamonds. Colors aren't exactly corresponding, but I had kidded this myself, so I know for a fact these numbers are for real. So we are diamond painting now. We are starting Santa. Oh my. Everybody seems to be diamond painting now. Which ones did you get delivered today? Because I'm still waiting for my Treasure Studio Art ones, and I'm also waiting on one pen from Brewers, and I'm also waiting on a pen from Poshy Pens. I know the Poshy Pens has been mailed. The Brewers one is taking a little bit longer because he has so many back orders, though. So he has a lot of orders. R, what is R? R is 19. Those are pretty. So you get the R there. Come on. The little one does not like me. So then we get D. What is D? D is 11. I know. Autocorrect, the fun part of autocorrect. 11. This one has a lot more. They say this is 30 by 40, but I doubt very much it's 30 by 40. It doesn't look like it's 30 by 40 to me. It doesn't look like a 12 by 16. Yeah, 30 by 40 is 12 by 16. It doesn't. The only thing I don't have is Christmas washi. You know, last night I was watching. My mother was telling me, "What are you watch? What are you watching? What are you watching?" She was like getting curious as to what I was watching. Hey, Courtney. Now we're doing diamond painting. This is Santa from Heart Full of Diamonds. So lots and lots of little symbols. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see if I can go closer with this thing. I think that's as close as I can get with this one. So my other camera, I can get even closer. You know, I can zoom. This one I can't zoom with this camera. So. So with diamond painting Santa's always fun to do, you know. Now, for a long time, I'd never thought I would get into diamond painting. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing lots and lots of people diamond paint. I was like, oh, I want to see how that works. And then all of a sudden, I got hooked. Gee, I wonder who hooked me, Shalene. You know, I started seeing you do it. Then I started seeing Nick and Tina. Ann was doing it. I was like, oh, what is this? I said I would never do it, and then I ended up becoming hooked. Thanks a lot, guys. We all know who the hookers are. Then that's how I got introduced to people like Rachel Ray, Miss Coffee. Who else does diamond painting? Who has a diamond painting channel? Yoreli. You guys have never heard of Yoreli. She does like a fantastic, she has a fantastic, she has like so many fantastic diamond paintings on her channel. Yoreli is like a new channel, is like, she doesn't have many subscribers, but she does have a great deal of paintings already that she's done. See, Shalene does that. So, Shalene, how are the new cats adjusting, and how is Pearl adjusting to them now? Because I know you said you had new cats. If you guys are not aware, Shalene got adopted some new cats. Or did you take them from your sister? If I remember correctly. How is Pearl adjusting to the new cats? Because I know that can be an adjustment for a cat who's had the, well, you know, your cat rules the roost. Oh, God. How's the dog getting along with them? She tolerates them. That's funny. She tolerates them. This is a Bella pen. This is a purple abalone, and I believe this is, I'm sure it's Spectre or Genie style. So the dog likes the cats. Pearl is tolerating them. X, what is X? X is 25. This is from Bella. It's not supposed to happen when you learn trails, but on the less expensive canvases, you can get away with this. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but because I bought it with another canvas, so. And you guys may have seen the other canvas I bought with it, which was the fairy and tiger that Michelle did on her channel. Yeah, she I've had an extra one of those. I didn't realize I had bought two of them until the day they came. So I was like, okay, I'll give Michelle one. I knew I was going to give Michelle that one because I wanted her to try and see if she liked it. And Michelle ended up really liking it. I'm so happy she liked it. Pearl was probably like, "How dare you, Mama? How dare you bring these new cats into the home?" You know, that was probably how she first felt. Like, "How dare you do this to me?" I know when you bring a new animal into a house with another animal, sometimes they don't always get along. My mother one time brought a rat wild that was her boyfriend's into the house, and my dog at the time did not like that. She didn't appreciate it. She found him to be an invader. Some animals will act like when they get new siblings or new animals in the house, they'll act like, "How dare you do this to me? This is my home." See how nice this goes in? These are fitting in pretty nicely. I don't do it like everybody else. I don't diamond paint like everybody else. I do it differently. On this one, I'm glad that they have enough light squares that I don't have to go crazy. See? Look, two together, Shalene. Two little ones together. I guess they didn't want to socially distance themselves from one another. Thinking about buying a grinder. Because I'm noticing that I'm getting more and more of those drills stuck together when I buy canvases. What a grinder is basically a thing that comes down and it separates your drills for you. So then we get that little X and X. You know, I'm also looking forward to the food this Thanksgiving. It's going to be so much fun. But yesterday, all the olive oil went over the food, and I was like so upset. But it's created some interesting tasting things. Not everything the olive oil went on, so thank God. I think after this, I might have some ice cream. I really, really like ice cream, but I'm going to have my lactose pill to have it because I have a problem digesting dairy. So, you know, I'm lactose intolerant. For those who don't, that I don't talk about my lactose. So, because I find that sometimes it's annoying. People find when I go eat with them and they see me take a white pill, they're like, "Oh, we didn't know that you were lactose intolerant." So for some people, it gets a little annoying. Some people they're more understanding about. Having an irritation to dairy is not fun because you have to be like, okay, what can I have? Oh, I don't have my milk pill, so I can't have this for dessert, or I can't have a milkshake because I'm afraid I'll get really. When you can't digest things easily, it's very hard. Sometimes people are not very understanding about the digestion issues. People think that oh, we whine and complain, those of us who have food sensitivities or things like that. And the truth is, it's nothing of the sort. We have to take our health very seriously. N is 17. I don't think there's anything funny about laughing at people's food sensitivities. Because I was out one day with a bunch of friends, and I'm no longer friends with them because they didn't understand my food sensitivities, and they're like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? Why can't you eat this? Why can't you eat that?" I go, "Because I'll get sick if I eat that without a pill. Do you want me to be in the bathroom all day?" No, it's not funny to do that. hmm Well, you know what it is. It's sometimes people don't think benign things that people eat every day that are benign to them may not be benign to others. Shalene. And for people who don't live with people who are food sensitive, it's really hard. Like, okay, I want this, but I can't have this because this will make me sick. So, okay, so I go, okay, I can't have that, I can't have that. You is 22. You have to sometimes weigh what you have with what you don't have. Oh, and you can get this container over at Amazon at, I think the name of the thing that I got was Home Craftology. This is you. So you do the you here. Looks up will be S. So then something that seems benign to them may not be benign to you. when my nieces are over, they can't have shellfish, they can't have anything with copper. So I'm like, okay. And then I have another relative. She has to have gluten-free products. So it's like, okay, you need gluten, you need this, you need that. You. Okay. Next up is S. What is S? S is 30 is 20. I labeled this by number. Most people don't understand what that is. And that's a very serious disease, Celix. I know what it is because I've had relatives who have it. So this year, because we're not doing the traditional Thanksgiving like we did every other year, this year is only going to be me and my mother cooking. So we're going to enjoy cooking food that we actually enjoy cooking and things that we enjoy eating this year. I think it'll be a nice Thanksgiving. It'll be a quiet Thanksgiving. I'm just worried that the number of people getting this disease is going to go up. Because they're warning people not to travel, and people are traveling anyway, even though, I worry. I really do worry about people in general because, the longer this disease goes on, the longer it takes us to get back to work, the longer it takes to get back to a normal sense of ourselves. The little corner starts to look better. So that'll be 22. Do you see how 22? No, what was it? That's what's 20. Oh my God, that doesn't seem safe because they said that you should limit your gathering to 10 people. Charlene, be careful. So B is 23. Be very, very careful, Charlene. I think there's only one V right now. See, I'm trying to see if there's any more V's in the immediate vicinity. I don't see any more V's. So then we get 3, which is number 3. And you know whose husband just got it, and I pray to God that her and her husband are able to recover from it in the community. Guys, let's pray for Donna of Coloritaville. If you guys don't know, Donna's husband just got diagnosed with COVID. She put it on her channel. So I want you guys to keep her and her husband in your prayers because I wouldn't wish this on anybody ever. This is such a terrible disease. And she says that it's well, that's, because my mother's older, so it's harder for my mother. And plus, my mother is a smoker, and now she's an asthmatic, and so my mother has underlying conditions. For me, when I go out, I always wear a mask. And in the beginning, I was so paranoid I was wearing gloves. This is how paranoid I was when I was doing grocery shopping in the beginning, that I was literally going out of the house and wearing gloves. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. Well, that's probably the smartest thing that Justin could do to give, because this thing can last up to 14 days, 2 weeks. So it's probably a good thing that Justin is trying to keep you guys safe. He loves your mother, but, he just wants to keep you guys safe, and he's doing the responsible thing, unlike some people who don't know how to do the responsible thing. My whole thing is, if you know you have COVID, don't go out. Don't be stupid. Don't be reckless unless you're going for medical. But even when you're going for medical, I would still tell people, don't sit near me. Don't touch me. Because you never know who has it. There are people who don't show any signs of it. Then there's some people who get really, really sick. But they were saying, in I think October or November of last year, November and December of last year, I had a really bad cough, and it wouldn't go away. Now, they told me I just had an upper respiratory system. Now we know. Now we know a little bit more about this disease. And what I was told about this disease was that I could have been COVID and not known I had it, because at the time they didn't know exactly what the symptoms were. There was a bad, people were having very bad coughing fits here last October and November. There seemed to be like a rash of coughs and things. So, but I didn't have any of the other symptoms, just the cough. But the cough is the thing that could be the thing that tips it off. Well, you could have no symptoms and not even know that you have it and pass it to somebody. That's the dangerous thing about this disease. R. So what is R? You see how it looks like right now? That's what I'm saying. People think that, this is a joke. It's no joke. I don't think it's a joke, and I don't think it's a hoax. People here, when people say, oh, this was just a hoax, it's just a hoax. I'm like, really? Go to a COVID ward. If you had gone to a COVID ward and seen how much death and destruction and how much pain these people are in, and then the poor hospital workers. And I have to commend the hospital workers, because it's not easy to work in that environment. It really is not, because they have to see that and see how much suffering this thing is causing. Seeing that you got the little R's there. But people think that this is not a joke. This is not a joke. Take care of yourselves. Really be wary of where you go and who you go with. And now when me and my mother dine out or we go someplace, a doctor's office to get medical attention, they ask us questions. I'm gonna have to go for a flu shot again. And I'm not looking forward to having a flu shot because they're probably gonna give me a freaking COVID test when I take my flu shot. Yeah, they're doing that now. Some places, my girlfriend went for a flu shot and she's like, they made her take a COVID test because she just wanted all she went in there was for her yearly flu shot, and all of a sudden they were like, no, you need to take a COVID test. We won't give you a flu shot unless you take a COVID test. It was just like, she was like, what? Well, we're down a few people. But we did get a nice little picture done today, so I feel happy about that. And then tomorrow I can post that in the Instagram. Because I posted a couple of pictures today already, so. I say to people, take your health very seriously. And take the people that you live with in your environment. Because I live with my mother, and my mother's a lot older now, so I have to consider her health too. It would be very selfish of me not to take her health into consideration. Ours. I like doing these. No, I saw some people doing it by the square method. Like they would take this little square and do it. Oh, Kim, that's funny. One more R. One more R. There we go. So now we want number 5. What is number 5? 435. So now we do 5. I like these big ones. You guys get to see the first part of this done because it's always so much fun to do this. I'm going to have to change the title of the diamond painting too. So. Squares are much neater and tighter, but rounds are easier in my opinion. I like these 5s. No problem, guys. You know, we're going to be going for... skip this scan. You know, when you get that little thing from your security notice thing on your computer, because I have one of those things on it. I'm going to have to renew it too for a year. Because they gave me a trial subscription when I got this computer, so it's been doing a very good job actually. So I'm going to probably end up buying it right before Christmas. Everything seems to cost money, right? Bye, Shalene. Have a nice dinner. So we're probably going to go around till 5:30. So what is number 8? Symbol 8 is 8. Didn't mean to use that many. That's okay. Because when you do it, it's better to put more than less. There's an 8. Well, there's an 8. I don't see another place where I could put the 8. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Rindy Ray. I see you, Rindy Ray. Yes, fallen leaves and fallen trees. We did color, actually, Michelle. We did color, and then we went to Santa DP. This is Santa we're coloring. I mean, diamond painted. Where did I put the picture for Michelle? We started off coloring in Cutesy Christmas Special, and then we started diamond painting. After I had finished coloring, we did this. Let's show her the little picture. We did this in the Cutesy Heaven one. This is the Cutesy Heaven one, which I will also post this in Mariola Budex. Isn't that cute? We used markers in that, and then I used a little white gel pen for the little bow. So that's what we colored in the beginning. And then now we diamond painted Santa. And if you're wondering about the little skull, that's a cover minder that I got from Black Wolf Works. So what is D? We're going to go on to about number 11. That was too much. This is a Bella DP pen. So, we enjoyed it. So this is Santa, this is what Santa's supposed to look like. Let's show her the up-close photo of what Santa's supposed to look like. This is what Santa's supposed to look like. They say this is 30 by 40, but I'll tell you right now, it doesn't feel like a 30 by 40 as I... Did I make sure that this was on the mat? Because sometimes if the chair's not on the mat, it doesn't work well. So... I will be posting that picture tomorrow, and I will be posting that picture probably on the Mariola Budek Facebook group as well, because I do belong to her Facebook group. So the only things that I have left coming, Michelle, 2 diamond painting pens, 2 diamond paintings from Treasure Studio Arts. This is Santa. This is squares. Sometimes you have this happen. You get 2 of them that stick together for whatever reason, but that's okay. D. As you can tell, we did some Santa stuff here. D. 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 This company makes really good canvases, guys, so don't underestimate it. I'm so glad you're back. Shalene had to leave us and she had to make food, so we'll be probably on till about 5:30. Until I'm done with the D's. At least. Because I poured more than I should have for the D's, but that's okay because then you start to fill out the painting. Once you start to fill out the painting, they start to make sense. And it was Kim who chose the colors for the coat and the hair. Started coloring Christmas stuff all of a sudden. I don't know where that urge came from, but all of a sudden I started coloring that. I watched The Mandalorian. I thought it was so funny yesterday when Baby Yoda was in the classroom with the other kid and the kid's eating the cookies in front of Baby Yoda. And the kid tells him no. Baby Yoda does something really sneaky with his Jedi powers. He lifts the freaking cookies. What do you have coming tomorrow that is so good? They say this is 30 by 40, but there's a part of me that thinks this was a mislabeled. You know, I know the difference between 30 by 40, and usually my 30 by 40s is much smaller than this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 11. I have done 11 diamond paintings since I began, and I'm currently working on this one and the other one. So that's about, I am done 11. So about 11 since I've begun. I think 11 or 12 is the number. But isn't that funny? 13 and a little bit. I think since this is fun to do. So when this stream is over, I have to relabel it diamond painting when it finishes processing too, because people are gonna see that and then they'll be like, "Oh, she also did some diamond painting on the stream." The diamond painting was kind of a surprise, but since I had the painting already kitted up, Michelle, was easier to do. Why does it sound like something from Diamond Art Club with the red shoes? Is it like Fall into Fall or something? That sounds very similar to one that Diamond Art Club had a few months ago. I saw it, and I think it was a Graham Gershon one. It's very similar. Also, be careful who you buy from, because I've been hearing that sometimes GBFK sells stolen images. I was told this by Stephanie Sebastian of Patriotic Beauty, that when you buy from GBFK, be careful because sometimes they sell stolen images. So my mother finally came home. The mother unit is home. I can hear her. She thinks I don't hear her, but I hear everything. Even when people think I don't hear. You know, one more time my brother thought I was home. He had come home really late from partying, and he thought I was sleeping, not realizing that he had woken me up and that I had overheard his whole freaking conversation. So years later, I revealed what was said in the conversation that he said in front of everybody in an argument. What did you send her, Miss Charlene? Curious minds want to know. So is that an S? I think that's an S. What is an S? Which is number 20. Mm-hmm. I like to finish lines. See, so we finished this part. A is number 9. I don't enable, as Miss, I like to call it, I share information. Let's get that straight. I don't enable, I simply share information about a product. Okay. So this is Santa. We weren't planning on doing it. You know, you never plan on, I'm going to say something about diamond painting, coloring, and all our hobbies. Sometimes we start off in one hobby and then we find other hobbies that we like as well. And to be fair, because when I do these, I like to keep them together. See, these come from Black Wolf Works, and he makes them themselves. So this is from Black Wolf Works. I started off doing coloring books and coloring, so I don't think Miss Michelle really got to see what this looks like. See, this is the whole painting. Let's say this is 30 by 40. Shalene and Rob and Michelle, they say this is 30 by 40, but I think it's really like a 40 by 40 because it looks bigger than a typical 30 by 40. You guys may not think this, but I know the difference. I don't think this is 30 by 40. This doesn't look like a 30 by 40 to me. So this is what Santa's going to end up coming out looking like. He'll end up looking like this. It's not necessarily the best image, but that's what Santa's supposed to look like. And I bought this off of Heartful of Diamonds, so I finished these 3 rolls here. So when we're done, we'll do the square. I'm doing like Michelle had hers done. She made a square. So that's what I'm doing here. Michelle did her first one really nicely. Oh, here's the color chart. This is what Santa's supposed to look like. They say this is 30 by 40. So they gave me an inventory list too when I did it. So this this is how big it took me to do, and this is 28 containers actually, guys. This is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is almost like 56 containers. I have another container of these, 412. I bought the 2 sets of 56 for about, I think, a little less than $15 on Homecraft Dollar Tree. Yeah, I like this container set. I like these better than I like the Tic Tacs. Tic Tac containers are nice, but these are better because I can go like this and I can close them easier. Plus, I have an easier time if I have a white boat and I can just pour in. Now, most of the white boats you will get with some of the more expensive kits will have white boats. The cheaper kits will have the green boats. This is Wee Wax. You get this from the store Wee Wax, of course. This is Laura Lid's new product, if anybody's curious. This is from Pam's Picking. She has improved when I bought this, this was the first version of this. She has since improved the version of this diamond painting thing. So that's what you do when you have if you have like big things with lots and lots of colors, you would do something bigger like that. And then there's plenty of pens we used. What did we use today? We used this one, which is the Enabler's Outpost, the Bella's DP, Diamond Pen Pal. So those were the 3 we used today. So, and this came with one of the kits, which is the tweezers. I have other tweezers, but this was the tweezers. May I suggest 2 things? If you're going to buy wax, I suggest you get Lindy Ray. What wax did you get? Did you get the typical little red wax? This is patty wax. You have to buy this separately. I think the wax that comes with the kits is fine, but what kind of wax did you get? Did you get like the little red tabs? Because sometimes they give you a really bad red wax, but if you get the blue wax, it's terrible. So what I would recommend you do, Wendy Ray, is buy yourself a diamond painting kit, diamond painting accessory kit, because that will give you the roller. That will give you more wax. They'll give you some more. Sometimes they give you more trays. The Wee Wax you have to buy on Etsy. Sometimes they'll give you more pink pens. So from those pink pens, you can get tips that you can put in your pen, like this one. This one didn't come with tips. I had to take these tips from the pink pens. So this one, which is from Lisa Duckett, she doesn't include the tips, but you can get the tips from the tips that are in the pink pens fit this perfectly. So don't feel bad if you don't have fancy pens. But if I was Wendy Ray, you can get very nice pens on. Wendy Ray, what I would suggest you do is get a accessory kit for diamond painting, and then you can have more red ones. Or you can get me a pick-me-up pen, which I don't like the pick-me-up pen. Really, I don't. I tried it. I didn't like it, but that's just me personally. Get yourself an accessory kit too if you're going to do diamond painting, because that gives you some things in it that you will need, like boats, additional wax, pen tips, pens, storage containers, a rolling pin thingy, so you can roll. You'll get one of these little things in it with it too. This is called a roller, and you're going to need this to, when you're done with your painting, you roll this on it to press it, and then you go like this. So that this will come with the kit as well. So that's what I recommend you do with those. So I want to thank you guys for coming. This was a 2-hour stream. I did not mean for it to be a 2-hour stream. Also, Wendy Ray, get yourself a light pad if you can. I recommend an A2 or an A3 or even an A4, but if you're working on smaller paintings, A4 is fine. I want an A2 or an A3 because yeah, you can use it, but if you get an accessory kit, you get everything that you need for diamond pen painting that isn't included in kits. Most kits will give you a boat, a wax, a pen, and a little squishy thing. Most of the kits will be like come in bags like this, and they'll give you, most of them will come in bags like this, but this is a bags every tube. So most of them will have a tweezer, a pen, a boat. But also get a lighting pad if you can, because it helps when you get into the dark areas that you can see. You're like, okay, this is really dark. I can't see. Like this one, I like the colors because I can see all the colors so easily. Like, but sometimes if you're dealing with darker colors, like dark blues, dark blacks, dark grays, they're really hard to see without a light pad. So if you can get a light pad that comes with a kit, because now when I bought it, I had to buy the light pad separately. But if I had, see if you can buy a light pad that has accessories with it, like a case to carry it in, all the little accessories you need. So think about that. There's a few little accessories, but you could buy a very cheap one and to get you started and see if you actually like it. You know, don't go overboard. That's what I say with it. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and everybody have a great day. Bye, everybody.